Hi everybody, it's Andrea, aka Violet Kitty 411, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has been engaging with comments, likes, and subscribing. You know I do appreciate it so much, as it makes this project more fun with an engaged audience. So we are back in Old Town for another family redesign of one of the Unleashed families today. Now, just to remind you, most of the homes that I have here in Old Town have been depreciated fully, so the family stands to lose a lot. Therefore, I will be doing a roll for a budget. That way we've got something to kind of make it more even. So today's family are the Burbs. The Burbs live at 63 Gunther Goth Highway, and their net worth is $47,837. Brad loves country living, and Tiffany was meant to be more cosmopolitan. Can they raise their son Johnny to be the best of both worlds? So here is the house, and it is a tile for tile representation of its TS1 self. Let's take a quick look. So we do have textures from The Sims 1 that have been harvested, although there are also some textures that are original to Sims 2, as well as some that were created just for the sake of being created, and they seem to fit. Now, it was fully depreciated. There are some gifts with purchase. We will make sure that we get those into inventory, because there's no sense in throwing them away. That would just be silly. So when I was recreating them, I was trying to pull information from both their Sims 1 as well as Sims 2 selves. And this, of course, is Brad. Tired of the hectic pace of the city, Brad packed up the family and set out in search for peace and quiet. His interests include weeding, watering, and soup. And even though he's a country boy at heart, he really loves sports, but I know a lot of country boys that love sports, so that's cool. Now here's Tiffany, and her personality leans towards family, but her bio reads heavily as fortune. Tiffany does not share her husband's love of nature. She is an expert shopper and knows all the latest trends and styles. Oh, and I did make Brad a family sim, and he's fine as a family sim, although I'd probably make him more of a fortune sim with this personality. Anyway, Tiffany's predestined hobby is science, so I could easily put her as family, fortune, or science with those factors. And she wants to be the law, and Brad wants to have 6 grandkids, I think. Marry off 6 children. Yeah, that's not happening for you, Brad. And here's young Johnny with his TS2 personality. Johnny loves frogs, mud, and playing with friends. His least favorite subject in school is history, and I did include his TS2 bio. John Burb fondly remembers the hours he used to spend weeding and watering his parents' garden. He hopes to continue the tradition, and his predestined hobby is actually nature. So yeah, I'm sure Jennifer would not mind living on the farm someday. And since they will be losing a lot, since everything is fully depreciated, we're going to go ahead and spin that wheel of fortune, and we're multiplying 47,837 by 1.5, so that'll give us about 70,000 to work with. That's great. Okay, so now I will go ahead and evict them and make their budget 71,755. So one thing that I have never liked about this house is the fact that it is almost symmetrical. Almost symmetrical is disturbing. Asymmetrical is fine. Symmetrical is fine. Almost symmetrical bothers the heck out of me. Of course, when I created it, weather was not a problem, so it bothered me that there were these gaps in the roof line, but now I'm definitely going to do whatever I can to get rid of those, as well as make this truly symmetrical, which means removing one tile width from the upper floor. I know that's different than you've ever seen me do before, but that's what I will be doing, because that's what I did in Sims 4 and I really liked the result. The other is to widen it this way, but I do like this roof over here, and I'd like to see it over here. So I'd like it to be symmetrical that way. And now I will go ahead and deconstruct as I do, which of course means that I will also be getting rid of this staircase, because yeah, spiral staircases didn't happen until apartment life, so I built this without a spiral staircase. And we will also be getting rid of the roof because that needs to be completely redone regardless. Okay, so after thinking it through, I decided the key to doing this well is to completely deconstruct this upper floor. And then put the shed roof on it. Where's my roof? Right there, or the hipped roof. Now I'm going to use dormers to create the upper floor. So I will start with a 2 wide right in the middle. I think that's the middle. Yeah, that's the middle. Okay, and then I will do a 3 wide, 1 away from it and 1 back, and another 3 wide, 1 away and 1 back, and now I will add some walls in where they weren't before. Oops, not like that. Okay, and right like that. And now put a long gabled roof on the very top. Let's page up, there we go. Put a long gabled roof on the very top. And now I will remove this roof and this roof and replace it with short gables. And there we go. It cuts away. It's got what I need, although it still has these funky places here, so we'll have to address that by putting ceiling tiles in and things like that. Now for the upper floor plan, we're going to have a Jack and Jill bathroom between the 2 bedrooms. This will be Johnny's over here, and this will be Brad and Tiffany's over here. And then of course we will have a staircase. The bottom floor is going to have a larger entryway like that. And the spiral staircase will be right there. And it will also go directly downstairs, right like that, so they have access to the basement. And the bottom floor, pretty much the same. I mean, it's going to be the bathroom over here, dining space, kitchen. The only main difference in the bottom floor is that there's more space right here, and of course it has access to the basement. But we actually created more space upstairs by moving things around just a tiny bit, even though I did actually eliminate these 5 tiles over here. So that's the floor plan, and now it's time to get busy with decorating. Okay, so now let's decorate the place, starting with the downstairs bathroom. We light it up, have a toilet, a sink, mirror, and the walk-in shower. Now for the kitchen, we light it up, have our refrigerator, stove, all of our counters, and then we put in our sink large appliances, of course the fire alarm, and a couple decorative items. Here in the dining room, we've got a light, a nice dining table, and 4 shapely chairs, a couple of high-end draperies, and a painting. Now the entryway actually serves a purpose, so we've got a desk, a couple of plants, a chair, and a little bit of decorative items. The main living room, we are going to start with some lighting and put the focal point of the fireplace, put the furniture around it, and then have some skill items like a piano, a chess set with the chairs, of course a TV, a bookcase, and then start decorating with the draperies, a painting, and a couple other fun things. Now when we get upstairs to Brad and Tiffany's room, we've got a bed, a side table flanked by a couple of chairs, a couple of small dressers with some lighting, a mirror, and our draperies. The upstairs bathroom is done identically to the downstairs, just a different configuration, but we do have a little bit of drapery as well as some drapery concealing the tub. And finally, Johnny's room. We've got a bed for him with the side dresser, a desk for him, some light, draperies, and a poster. And it seems pretty sparsely furnished, but that's because I pretty much ran out of money. My goal was $71,755. I'm at $70,793, so under $1,000 left. So let's take a look at 63 Gunther Goth Highway before we put the burbs in. Now, the majority of my effort with this lot was actually put towards the curb appeal, and I'm very proud of how it turned out. You did see that I completely rebuilt the second floor, so it is now satisfyingly symmetrical and actually much more useful, even though it lost a few tiles. So I did give it an external paint job. So I chose the peach color because I felt that it really reflected Tiffany. It's very cosmopolitan with the blue accents both on the foundation and in the eaves and on the coining, as well as the shutters. So it looks country, but in a sophisticated manner. And that blue is echoed here with the bench. And I did bring the fence all the way to the edge of the property and gave it a nice entry with columns as well as some cornices and a little bit of hanging ivy. So I did also add a covered porch on the front and a good sized back deck. And instead of a 9x7 garden that was kind of freestanding in the middle of the yard, I put it up to the edge of the yard. It's now 8x8 and making double use of this fence here because now it's not in the middle of the yard. Added a pond for Johnny because he does like frogs, and a bench for Tiffany to sit and enjoy a book, and some flowering shrubs as well as some decorative florals on the front porch. Now as we enter from the front porch, we do have a desk right here in the entryway where Johnny may or may not leave his homework. He could possibly take it up to his bedroom. But when we go through the right of the entryway, we are presented with the main living area where we have TV, bookcase, chess set, and even a piano. At the back of the house, there is the exit to the backyard, as well as the staircase. And then we have our kitchen. I kept everything pretty green. I actually really love decorating with green. You may have figured that out. It's not always my go-to, but I do love it. Country yet sophisticated, because Tiffany needed something to suit her more cosmopolitan tastes. So some things definitely got a bit more sophisticated, like the dining room. Both of the bathrooms are done in the country stuff, and I feel it really works for the Burbs. Now the staircase is completely enclosed, and as we go up, we have a small landing. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough money to decorate it, so it is what it is. Let's go to our right, and here we are in Johnny's room. According to SimWiki, his Sims 3 self says that his favorite color is Irish green, so I didn't go overboard on it, but I definitely included that. We've got some surfer themes and some nautical, very coastal look, and I feel like this suits Johnny. And there is a Jack and Jill with a bathtub that is sectioned off by some curtains. And then we get to Brad and Tiffany's room. This really reflects Tiffany's love of pink, and Brad is willing to put up with it because that's what a man does when he wants to please his wife. So this is the exterior before, and the exterior after. The first floor before, first floor after. The second floor before, second floor after. The basement before, and the basement, which I couldn't furnish because I ran out of money, after. So let's put our family in and see what they have to say. So here's our Burbs, and their budget was $71,755. It sells for $70,093. Let's go ahead and buy it. Okay, here we are at 63 Gunther Goff Highway. Checking it out. It's already significantly prettier. Okay, and legitimately not a one of them has anything on their mind. Johnny, why don't you walk to school? And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to make sure that there was anything around for Tucker. I will have to, unfortunately, I will have to take care of that after the fact. Okay, Brad, why don't you go fill the bowl? Tiffany's going to be playing fetch with Tucker. Oh, you faked him out. I love watching them play with their animals. Oh, it's raining. Okay. Tiffany? Yeah, you're having a good time. Why don't you watch a video of me remaking that house? Or the Pleasant Girls who have not been born. Okay, great. You're enjoying sports. And Tiffany, you're not enjoying sports, but why don't you change it to the weather station? Or not. Let's change. Okay, you really don't want to watch TV. That's fine. And Brad, why don't you go grab that computer from Mr. Humble? Tiffany, why don't you go relieve yourself? And Brad, you know what? Why don't you make some comfort soup? And maybe try watching the weather station now, Tiff? There we go. Boy, I really like science. And you should probably look for a job. And Tiffany wants to become the law, so maybe that'll happen for her. Adventure, no. Dance, no. Politics, culinary, athletic, nope. Well, we'll try again tomorrow. And we've got Claire, Flatbroke, and Ginny a Cat stopping by. Maybe we should greet them, or maybe not. And why don't you put the leftovers away for now, Brad? Thank you. And you should probably pee. And it's always a good idea to greet our neighbors with a kiss, kiss, darling, especially since you're a sophisticated, cosmopolitan kind of a gal. There we go. Ooh. Oh, there's Flat. I thought maybe I lost him. Okay, go ahead and greet Flat too. There we go. Wonderful. And why don't you praise Tucker for being in the pet bed, because we want a well-behaved dog. And we're going to go ahead and give him a treat. There we go. And Tucker doesn't really like the TV, but that's okay. And Claire, being a dog girl herself, is all excited to meet Tucker. And I realized I forgot a phone. So between the phone and the burglar alarm, we're down to 71 simoleons. And you know what? We got to invite the headmaster over. And Tucker was just being a bit hostile, so go ahead and scold him. That was bad, Tucker, but you know what? We're going to give you a treat to offset that. You're really a good boy. You just didn't choose wisely. Johnny is home from school, and he brought over Mary Sue Oldie, who is actually still in the family bin, but that's okay. We want him to bring over Mary Sue. Boy, Johnny, where are you heading? You're taking like the most roundabout path to a desk. Hi, Mary Sue. And there we go. Perfect. Ooh, Johnny, why don't you join her at chess? Okay, or watch the Yummy channel, and why don't you ask Mary Sue to join you? Your fun's going up and you're actually learning something. My kids are no slackers. Oh, nice. Look at Claire and Ginny becoming friendly. So Layla Hidalgo, who is one of the roomies, or maybe she's a party girl, I don't remember which, just kicked over the can. We love that. Okay, why don't you pick that up and clean that up? All right, Tiffany, why don't you greet Vince with a kiss, kiss, darling? Oh, good. Somebody's getting points. Wonderful. And Tiffany, why don't you give him a tour? All right. Well, you didn't seem that pleased with that. And only 4 schmooze points. That's amazing. Okay, let's go up to the front door. Oh, nice. Make out in front of the headmaster. We love that. Okay, why don't you run here, please, Tiffany? I love the fact that, okay, oh, good. That's a good score. Why don't you show him the room? He's pretty excited. Why don't we show him the room over here? I need you to run here, please. Okay, wonderful. You're hungry. That's great. We will all take care of that. Okay, wonderful. How about let's run into this. Okay. And he was happy. All right, great. Why don't you get some leftovers? Obviously, it's going to be Grandma's comfort soup. And we will call Vince for dinner. All right. Brad, you're hungry, so why don't you eat that? Johnny, why don't you eat this? And there we go. All right, so let's actually change the topic to work. You change the topic to work, and you also change the topic to work. That way we're getting as much as the way as schmooze points as we can. Because we're not doing well. How's this grandma's comfort soup treating you? Okay, wonderful. Okay, what's in your brain there? And we got 32. We have one more to go. Okay, so why don't you schmooze about school? You just need 1 point. Please tell me you're capable of schmooze. Okay, all right. And Johnny, are you interested in school? A little bit? Can you? Oh, nope, you can't. You can't actually schmooze. Brad, why don't you schmooze about work? Oh my gosh, we're losing points. That's not good. Why don't you just chat with him, and we will actually chat about work, or not. Let's try it again. Talk, chat, and we're going to change the topic to work because Vince is interested in work. There we go. Come on, talk to him about work. We got an hour left. Come on. Certainly you can get... Oh, good. There we go. 92 points. And now Johnny is in private school. Congratulations. The comfort soup and the chore did it. Well, I think this is going to be great for them to be living their best country life. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you soon in the pixelated world, and that's all I have to say. BK out.